All right, what's up guys? Vince Blaze here with Adventure Tennis. I hope you guys are doing well. It's a beautiful day here at Tuxedo Tennis Club. It is a little bit quiet. We pretty much have the whole courts all to ourselves, but we are excited nonetheless because we're here to review the all-new Headspeed Legend MP. This racket, we know nothing about it. It was sort of rented or gifted to us by the one and only Beckett, or other known as TennCom, who's here to give us a little bit of details on the racket.
So I think this is actually next year's Speed. If you pay beautiful attention to this all black paint job, there's new color blocking. So it's not the same, and it features a new tech called high bore. I don't know what high bore is, but apparently it's supposed to increase stability of the racket without adding any extra weight. 16 by 19 string pattern, 100 square inches.
Nice.
What did you notice about this?
Well, first of all, I noticed that you added some lead tape here at the top. Do you want to talk to me a little bit why you added this lead tape?
So head speed, I was like, this thing is swinging pretty fast for a 100 square inch racket. I was getting lots of power, lots of stability, and lots of plow through without the lead, but the racket was coming through so fast, I thought, I'll put a couple of grams and see where we're at. 16 gauge Slinko Confidential in this bad boy, and it's like a high swing weight, over 340 strung, but I don't think you feel it at all.
You're right, yeah, I did feel a little bit, it is a fast swing.
Yeah.
You know, you're swinging through the balls, you're flying through them, especially compared to what I'm used to. I'm used to a 98 square inch, so this felt a little bit more open. It's not as control oriented, but lots of power, lots of pocketing, especially off the first few hits I've tried here. But overall, very aesthetically pleasing racket. I'm a huge fan of black. But yeah, can't wait to give this one a shot.
Yeah, it should be right in between your Blade and your old frame, the E-Zone 100. Kind of like a nice all-arounder.
Nice.
Kind of mid-game.
Okay, cool. Well, let's give it a shot. All right. Playing with the new Speed Legend MP. Let's see what this racket's got to give. All right. Oh, sorry. Right, so apparently this racket is supposedly marketed to be a good all-around racket, you know. Obviously, I'm sure it has a little bit of its standout features, but it's more for consistency, reliability, sort of playing into that Djokovic / Sinner play style. First few swings, it's feeling good. Feeling nice and consistent. A little bit of very quick swinging. I'm swinging very quickly, so the racket head speed is very quick. Beckett did add a little bit of lead tape to the top here on both sides, giving it a little bit more weight on the end, probably making it a little bit more stable, which is nice. Definitely appreciate that. Sorry, Beck. Yeah. We're all pretty stable. You know, I feel like the follow through, the plow through, really nice. Yeah, very consistent swing there. So Beckett does have this strung with Slinko Confidential, which is not my string that I've ever played with. So that might be playing a factor in here and my response, but overall this pockets the ball really well. That's what I will say, it pockets it really well. First few hits, the racket seems to pocket the ball really well, which is nice, always appreciated. Oh, yeah, definitely a big sweet spot. Huge sweet spot to this racket, really nice pocketing. So in that sense, it kind of gives me the feeling that this would be a good sort of entry-level racket, even though It's likely not. It's a little bit on the heavier side, I'm feeling. It's probably due to the lead tape that he's added on. Oh, really good swing speed, honestly. Yeah, it feels very solid, very consistent, very sort of predictable in a racket, which is nice. So Beckett's got this strung at about 53 pounds, which isn't too far from my usual 54. Sorry. Yeah, I'll do some volleys. Let's see how this racket does on the volleys. Again, volleys not necessarily being my strongest suit. And Beckett flying these balls. Thank you, Beckett. Sorry. I can't see a thing. I can't even see it. Spot here. Yeah, decent. Oh. Yeah, it's very predictable. Nothing like that kind of stands out. It's really nice to sort of have something that you can kind of anticipate how's it going to play, which is nice. I'll just do a handful of serves on each side. See how this does on serves, because I feel like it's going to be a little heavier, so probably can't get too good of a serve here, but we'll see. I can't see a thing. Ooh. Yeah, so very sort of, again, it's like very muted in terms of like, not the response, but it's very, yeah, keep coming back to that word, but very predictable, very consistent. Oh, I cannot see a thing. Oh, that's brutal. I'm gonna try with shades on. Literally right in the middle of the sun. Beautiful. Yeah. Yeah, a little bit heavier on the serve here. Does have a decent kick. Nothing too overbearing, but if you want it, it's there. Dramatic enthusiasm from Beckett, always appreciated. Overall, I'd say this is again, very reliable and predictable racket here. Nothing that's like too outstanding here. Just a very reliable and predictable racket, which, you know what? If I'm showing up to the court on a bad day, this is exactly what I'm looking for. So definitely something you'll want to check out. All right, that's it for the review. I hope you guys enjoyed our review of the all-new Headspeed Legend MP. Again, huge shout out to Beckett, who allowed us to play test this racket and give you guys our thoughts on it. If you guys have any questions, obviously feel free to leave them in the comments below. We'll try to answer them as honestly as possible.
I will not answer any questions.
Don't ask him any questions. If you want questions for him, go to his channel and ask him questions.
Yeah.
Yeah. But other than that, would you have, in final thoughts, would you have any recommendations who you would recommend this type of racket for? What kind of player would you recommend this for?
This is for the player, I think, who doesn't want to think about their racket. It does everything pretty well, and it doesn't have anything like, no gimmicks, super distracting in terms of playability. It's solid, it kind of fades into the background, lets you play your game, whether you want to be aggressive one day, a little more defensive the next day. It's a true chameleon of a racket. That's the whole point of the Speed, and I think it does what it's supposed to.
Yeah, I agree. I think that this is like a very consistent racket. It's very predictable. You know, whether you're having a good day or bad day, this is kind of something you can rely on. It's going to perform relatively well in all the scenarios. And honestly, it's a really good racket. Like, I would recommend it to a lot of players who are looking just for a more consistent play style in their game. So again, if you have any questions, feel free to drop in the comments. Otherwise, we'll see you guys next time. Cheers.